Welcome back to Island in the Box Catering with your girl Nicole. Today's menu is going to be some stuffed chicken breast with some roasted herb potatoes along with some asparagus. As you can see, I'm using the small red skin potatoes, but you can use any potatoes of your choice. So I'm going to chop my potatoes up, as you can see here, so they can cook a little faster. I'm going to also be using some asparagus, and what I'm going to do is rinse those off once I cut off the bottom of those. And once I rinse those off properly, make sure you give everything a proper wash around here, because that's how we do it. I'm going to get my baking tray out. Now I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper on my baking tray, and I'm going to season my potatoes as well as my asparagus. Now I'm going to use some olive oil first to cover both the potatoes and the asparagus with. Once I do that, I'm going to add some sea salt over the potatoes as well as on the asparagus. You know, you want the food to have some flavor. I'm going to also add some dry parsley onto my potatoes. Again, you can use any potatoes of your choice. I'm going to also add some rosemary, dry rosemary, or you can use fresh rosemary, up to you. And also some basil over my potatoes. Once I sprinkle all those herbs on, I'm going to just rub everything in, make sure everything gets flavored, everything gets covered, and place that in my oven at 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now, my chicken is already washed with some vinegar and lemon. Have those already cleansed. For my filling, I'm going to use some cream cheese. Now you can use any brand of cream cheese, doesn't really matter. Just want to make sure so you get everything out of the package, because we know we have nothing wrong here, not all right. So I'm going to use a tablespoon of garlic to season my cream cheese. I'm going to also use some black pepper. I would say about a teaspoon of black pepper, or any amount you like. And I would also use some onion powder. I'm also going to use some Old Bay seasoning, tablespoon or a teaspoon, depends on how you like your food to be seasoned, right? Up to you. And some Goya unsalted all-purpose. Now you make sure you incorporate all of that together, mix it in very well. Now I have some extra sharp white cheese here. I'm just going to grate that in. Now you can shred any type of cheese you like, sharp, you could use cheddar, you can use mozzarella, any cheese of your choice. I'm using what I have, all right? So I'm just gonna grate this down, make sure I don't cut myself here, and I'm just gonna pop the rest of that in my mouth. Yummy. All right, so mix that in properly. Make sure you salt it out good. Put that to the side. Now I have some broccoli here that I took out of the freezer, so I'm just going to rinse those off, and I'm just going to mince up the broccoli, because I'm going to also add that into the cream cheese filling. All right, now you can add any vegetable of your choice, but I'm using broccoli as well as some spinach. All right, so there we have it. Have some spinach here. I'm just going to pop those into the strainer and rinse those as well. Once you give it a good wash, all you have to do is just put it on your chopping board there, roll it up, and chop it good. Chop it out good. Sort it out proper. You see me? I said dice it up fine so it can be well incorporated into the cream cheese. You feel me? Once that's done, just put that to the side. Now I'm going to pat my chicken dry. Make sure you pat both sides of them dry. Don't want any water on them. Just going to pat that completely dry on each side. And once I do that, I just make sure I got everything off. All right, so I have a little extra fat here, so I'm just going to cut that off. I don't want any fat on my chicken breast. All right, so what you're going to do, once you pat them dry, you make sure everything is cleaned up proper. You just slice it open. Now, not completely off or in two, but just enough where you can stuff your cream cheese filling right in there. And you're going to season it with everything that you used in the cream cheese filling. The Old Bay, you're going to use the black pepper, the onion powder. Now make sure you season your chicken well, the Goya all-purpose, and just make sure everything is incorporated on both sides. Once that's done, you're going to spoon in a very good amount of the stuffing. Now I'm going to leave one of the chicken breasts without, because one of my children have dairy allergies, so I seasoned up some mixed vegetables and spinach for her with the same seasonings. And I'm going to stuff hers without the cream cheese. Now you can do it without the cream cheese as well. So I'm going to use some toothpicks just to hold all the filling in the chicken in so it does not fall out. Once that's done, I'm going to dress it with some more olive oil. Make sure you rub it in. Now make sure you have your pot preheated and add some oil to that pot. You can use any oil you like of your choice. Once that oil is heated, I'm going to add some garlic, like 2 tablespoons. Well, as you can see, I'm using the tongue, but I would measure it out to being a tablespoon. Now, I love garlic in my meals. Once that's all in there, I'm going to sear the chicken breasts on both sides to give it some color. I'm going to use some unsalted butter just for the simple fact I don't want to oversalt my chicken. So I'm going to place them in a very nice medium-high pot. Make sure that both is seared. Now I'm wrapping the other one without the cream cheese and place that in the oven because she's also allergic to the butter. So I have to be very mindful. So I'm going to place that in the oven for about 35 minutes. Once done, I'm just going to try a garlic mushroom sauce here. Now I'm just trying something here, trying something creative. Let's see if I like this garlic mushroom sauce, because I'm going to add some wine that I have in the fridge, some white wine. I want to see how this tastes. Let's see. If I like it, I'll let you guys know. If I don't, I'm going to exit off of the menu. Oh, let's see how it works out. All right, so I'm just stirring up my mushroom here with some butter and garlic. I'm going to add some more butter, and this time I'm using salted butter, and I'm using some dry parsley. So let's see how this turns out. All right, so I'm just going to stir it up. I had it dry out a little bit, so I'm going to use some apple white wine. Let's see how this tastes. Never tried this one before, but let's see. I like to be experimental in the kitchen. And let's try it. No, it never work out. So we'll just X that one there. All right, so the vegetables are complete. Don't forget to turn off your stove and your oven. Chicken is also complete. It smells so delicious. I want you guys to try this recipe at home. And as you can see, I took out my baby girl's chicken that was wrapped separately. So let's get this food dished. So I'm going to lay out my asparagus. Now, if you guys are seeking a caterer in the Massachusetts area, hit me up at islandfood876@gmail.com. Again, that is islandfood876@gmail.com. All right, so I'm dishing out everything here nice and neat and proper. I tried one of these potatoes. I couldn't help myself, and they are absolutely tasty. It has the perfect salt, and as you can see, look at that chicken breast. Some of the cream cheese oozed out, but it's all good. No watch enough, yes, right? So I'm just going to dress that with some of the butter, and there you have it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe on my YouTube, and follow on my gram. Love and light. Bye.